Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another Let's Play of the Men of Yoshiwara Kikuya. We first pursued Hayabusa slash Hayato, and this time I'm just gonna go in order for the rest of them and do Takao first. So let's get started on him. Chapter 1. Chapter 1, You're Choosing Me? My eyes naturally followed Takao's direction as he left. But is this really okay? For someone like me to choose someone like him?
Well, go ahead. Select the gentleman that you prefer.
Well, may I please have Takao-san? After being prompted to do so, I nervously made my selection. Iroha-san's eyes widened slightly.
Oh, Takeo-san, are you sure?
Was I asking too much? I heard that he was the most sought-after gentleman at Kikuya. I can't just choose someone like him all of a sudden. But Takeo-san was the one who captivated me the most. It's alright, isn't it, Iroha? Huh? The voice that called out surprised me and made me turn my head. And there, standing before me, was Takeo-san. Choosing me on her first visit. This girl's rather daring for an amateur, isn't she? Oh! Takao-san brought his face in close to mine and smiled smugly. His grin yielded both youthful innocence and a surprisingly alluring charm. Let's see... Stare in awe. It seems kind of like he would like that, I think. I couldn't turn my eyes away from his powerful gaze. I was totally captivated and continued staring at him. So, you can handle a full-on assault from this gaze of mine, eh? Alright, I like you. Huh? It's her first time to Yoshiwara's Kikuya. This girl has good eyes if she's choosing me. This girl has some pretty good eyes on her. The future's bright for this one, isn't that right, Iroha?
That's right, she certainly holds promise.
I know, right? Takao-san laughed triumphantly. Before we realized it, Tokiwa came back and was right behind Takao. By the way, what's your name? I'm Hideo Misao. Misao, huh? That's a nice name. It suits you well. Was he giving me a compliment? My cheeks became hot from embarrassment. Hey, Tokiwa, show this girl to the parlor. Takao said this as he turned to Tokiwa behind him.
Huh? Why me?
Aren't you my substitute when I'm busy with other customers? Listen to me. Treat this girl well.
Now, wait a minute. You're saying that like it's no big deal.
The way that Takao spoke left no room for argument. Tokiwa-san pouted his lips in annoyance. What? Spit it out.
All right. You're so damn impatient, aren't you? Well, you see, we're professional entertainers that Kikuya holds in high regard. If you want to be with a good gent, you need to book at least a week ahead, you know.
And what about that?
I'm saying that I'm not sufficiently prepared to entertain this girl.
Well, you just have to play, dance, and sing. Aren't you always boasting to women about your entertainment skills? At that particular moment, Tokiwa-san glared fiercely at Takao-san.
I'm not an attendant.
However, seemingly unfazed by Tokiwa's glance, Takao gave his retort. But you're on probation for starting trouble with customers. And I'm the courtesan in charge of you. That means you're just like an attendant. If you can explain what the difference is, be my guest. If you want to talk to me like you're all high and mighty, you should show me as much. Tokiwa-san lightly clicked his tongue in annoyance. But Takao didn't seem to care. He faced me and begun chatting. But you have quite a large haul there, don't you? Oh, this is, something important. I rushed to hide the money and goods that I had received from the couple. I was afraid they would discover that I let a gent of the night escape before coming here. Takao-san briefly gave me a blank stare and let out a little laugh. His beautiful hand then reached straight out towards me and patted my head. Don't worry, no one's going to take it from you. Oh? His sudden kindness surprised me. Then Takao-san looked around and called out, Hey, someone! Carry your luggage to the parlor. Put them somewhere where this girl can see them. Huh? Well then, I have a previous engagement, so I will leave you for a little while. Tokiwa, head to the parlor. Tokiwa will cover for me until I return. He'll make sure you fully enjoy yourself. Then Takao laughed. I carefully turned back to look at Tokiwa-san. But as usual, Tokiwa-san seemed to be in a bad mood.
All right, I got it.
He said that with a sense of resignation in his voice, followed by a sigh.
I, Tokiwa-san, Kikuya's, no, Yoshiwara's best, will thoroughly entertain the lady.
Great, I expect as much. Well then, I will see you later, Misao. Takao-san left.
It looks like you two settled things somehow. Well then, Tokiwa, I'll leave the rest to you.
Will do. This way, miss.
Please enjoy yourself at your heart's content, my dear lady.
Okay. Iroha-san then saw us off with a smile, and I followed after Tokiwa. Singing. Tokiwa-san sang and played the shamisen. This is the first time that I've heard a shamisen song. However, he had reason to boast as he had a really good voice. What a beautiful voice. I murmured this without such thought, and seeing me do this, Tokiwa-san laughed triumphantly.
You like it?
Yes.
If that's so, I'll do something special. How about I sing one more song just for you, miss?
As soon as he said that, Tokiwa began playing the next song. His dulcet voice brought comfort to my ears. Well, that's good, Tokiwa. Looks like you've set the mood, eh? Oh. As I was listening to Tokiwa's song with rapt attention, before I had realized it, Takao-san had come into the parlor.
I wasn't really doing it for you, you know. I just like the shamisen songs.
But it seems like this girl has enjoyed herself quite a bit. Isn't that right? Yes. That's right. You have done superbly as my substitute. I commend you. Takao turned away and clicked his tongue in response to Takao. I think they meant Tokiwa turned away and clicked his tongue in response to Takao's words of praise. From his profile, he looked really annoyed. I guess those two really don't get along. Well, shall we begin?
Hey, you guys get out of here.
Yes, sir. Huh? As Takao-san called out, the other gentlemen left one by one.
Well then, miss, please take your time.
Oh, what?
Slam.
The last person remaining, Tokiwa-san, gave a brief farewell, then exited the parlor. Misao, come here. Huh? He grabbed and pulled my arm towards him, causing me to collapse into Takao-san's chest. He then held my chin and directed it upwards. There, in front of my eyes, Takao-san's face. My heart skipped a beat at the sight of his gorgeously beautiful visage. His eyelashes are so long, and his skin and hair are also well kept. His beauty was breathtaking.
Just as I thought. Your face isn't half bad.
Huh?
Something with more vibrant color would suit you better than these plain clothes.
As Takao-san said that, he gently grabbed the hem of the clothing I was wearing.
Oh, such a white skin.
Let go of me.
With a white skin like this, oh, I know just the thing.
Takao-san mumbled to himself in a hushed tone of voice. When suddenly, from a chest of drawers, he pulled out a single kimono.
Here, how about this?
Huh? Oh! Takao-san pulled out a vibrant scarlet-colored kimono.
Just as I thought.
Takao-san presented the kimono to me with a seemingly satisfied smile on his face.
Something with a deep color like this is better for you. But wait a minute. How about this one?
One after another, Takao began to pull out kimonos from the chest of drawers. Vibrant kimonos in colors of deep purple and crimson were being scattered across the floor. He's just like a child. He would probably get angry if someone said something like that to him. But he looks like a child playing innocently. Alright, this is the one. In the moments that passed, it seemed that Takao-san had decided on the kimono's color. Misao, remove what you're wearing. What? Remove what I'm wearing? I will make you into a whole new person. You'll make me into a whole new person? The sound of his words captured my heart. It was strangely irresistible. Do you really need to think about it? It's only natural for a woman to become beautiful. As he said that, Takao swiftly placed his hands on my clothing, and with that he smoothly removed my clothing. I felt so embarrassed. I didn't know what to do with myself, but somehow I was powerless. To the strength of his words, to his fluid actions, and as Takao-san came to my side, I succumbed to his fragrance and beauty. Immediately after this, he softly draped the vibrantly colored kimono across my shoulders. Oh! It looks good on you, Misao. Takao-san stared intensely at the kimono that he'd put on me. I had never seen such a vibrant and luxurious pattern. Don't look so dumbfounded. It really does look good on you. After he said that, there was a smile on Takao-san's face. His smile was so soft and gentle, the sight of it just melted my heart. Just how much more mysterious could he be? I wonder if all the men here possessed such charms. Alright, all done, Misao. Come here. It was a charming kimono, and as I was admiring Takao himself, he quickly put his hands around my hips and pulled me in close. Huh? Let's put some makeup on you. I'll make you even more beautiful. Because tonight, you're my woman. Oh. Takao-san's hand grabbed my chin and lifted it upward. Then he gently placed his little finger on my lips, as he began to apply rouge to my lips. The cold feeling tickled me and made me recoil my neck inwards. Hey, sit still. Takao-san was smiling. He wasn't angry. Takao-san's fingers moved slowly, teasing me. Each and every one of his movements gave me a funny feeling in my chest. I'm not doing anything. Oh, maybe it's because I'm not doing anything. Your lips are so moist and plump, they practically absorb the rouge. Perhaps it was because I was nervous or because of the embarrassment, but from beginning to end my heart was pounding intensely. Yeah, I guess that looks alright. Be happy, Misao. With this, no one will hold a candle to your looks as Takao's client. As Takao said that, he handed me a small mirror. This is me? A vibrantly colored kimono and light makeup. That was all it took. The person in the mirror looked completely different from the me that I've always known. Oh, that's no good. Guess I got a little carried away. As Takao-san said that, he took his hand away from my face, and continuing on, he walked towards the back of the room. Huh? In the back of the room, past an open door, a set of blankets had been laid out. Could this be... Look here, Misao. I looked up cautiously, and Takao-san was smiling at me with an alluring manner. It was just like when I first saw him. His face looked like some terrifyingly beautiful beast. Hi, Takao-sama will take care of you all night. Takao-san placed his finger on my chin once again. I finally understood what this meant. Close your eyes. What? Have you already given in? I thought there would be a little more resistance. Takao-san whispered with a sigh. Well then, Misao, look here. What do I do? You Are Mine Tonight, Chapter 2. Sorry, I forgot to read that before I skipped the scene. Takao-san lifted my chin upwards, and our eyes met. Takao-san's eyes possessed a life force that was breathtaking. Both of his eyes stared at me intensely. My mind was about to go blank. His energy was overflowing in abundance. What is with this power I feel? Is this what they call a man? No, this is different. This must be someone who has reached the peak among gentlemen of the night, to the top even amongst those at Kikuya. His eyes were that of a victor. I recoiled and gulped out of nervousness. And at that moment... You're saying that you feel more dead than alive, right? This time Takao-san peered into my eyes with an affectionate expression. Why are you laughing? I had tried to feign a sense of calm, but I dared to speak with a cold tone. As I did, Takao gently withdrew his hand and smiled again. But it's like they say, women look better when they smile. Yeah. You're much cuter when you don't pretend to be tough. I wasn't pretending to be tough. See, like that. You're making a scary face on purpose. Try to smile. This is where dreams are bought, right? This is the red light district, where one benefits by leaving reality behind. A triumphant smile like his always drives me crazy. It made me wonder if this place was in my dreams, as if it was some kind of strange illusion. Hey, you. Your face is quite ravishing, you know. That's right. Today is a special occasion. Shall I take care of your adult needs? Adult needs? Tilting my head in confusion, I repeated Takayo's words. Oh, come on, didn't she get it before? She was getting nervous and all. Wait, I'll have the preparations made right away. Clap, clap. Takeo-san clapped his hands twice. Just then, Tokiwa quietly entered the room. Perhaps he wanted to ask what this was all about. But as he began to open his mouth, he saw me and stopped in his tracks.
Huh? I could have mistaken you for someone else. You've cleaned up quite nicely.
Thank you very much. I'm not really myself anymore. I already knew that flattery was a part of this. Still, I was undoubtedly happy to hear it.
I like how you're always acting embarrassed. Isn't it adorable?
I had no idea what to say in reply to Tokiwa-san's words. A vague smile came across my face, and I cocked my head to the side. That's what happens when you're under my care. What do you think? She's a good woman, eh? An absolute jewel, Takeo-san said with a triumphant look on his face, as if he were talking about himself.
Well, I guess I'll have to submit this time. But only a little.
You're no fun. Well, that's fine. More than that, Tokiwa, prepare some sake.
Alright, I got it.
Tokiwa-san said this with reluctance in his voice as he left the room. At any rate, is he really going to drink sake again? As I was thinking that, I suddenly felt Takeo's eyes on me. So, Misao? Yes? My body reacted with surprise as he suddenly called my name. It looks like you don't understand after all. So, why don't I teach you? Alright, Misao. You have chosen me to be your partner, after all. In this place, you're equal to my wife. Even if we play this game for one night only, husband and wife are still husband and wife. I won't let you leer at other men in front of your husband. Huh? That's right. Even only for one night in the red light district, a relationship is equal to being husband and wife. Suddenly remembering this custom, I felt nervous. From the fact that Takeo-san was grinning, I knew that he was not angry.
He looked angry for a minute there.
Just before I could see it in your eyes. You were happy to be praised by Tokiwa. Huh? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I've never really been given praise for my looks before. You mean that you were nervous because it's something you're not used to? It didn't look that way to me. Takeo-san peered at my face and grinned cynically. That would be serious. I'm your husband, so you need to please me. What do you mean? You're so innocent, aren't you? What do you mean? That's what I want to say. Well, it's worth it to tease you. Huh? So, you mean that you're teasing me? At a time like this, Misao, you should say, "No, Takeo-san." Then you would softly snuggle up against your man's shoulders, that's all. I've never done something like that before. Well, I guess you haven't. You don't seem to be accustomed to this at all. From now on, I'll teach you plenty. I, Takeo-sama, will lead you to paradise. Snorting and laughter made him look arrogant. But, being who he is, I believed that he could really do it. This person's immeasurable strength was also apparent in his words. And just then...
Excuse me, I have bought you your sake.
I heard a voice from the other side of the sliding door, followed by the swift opening of the door. Tokiwa-san bowed briefly and entered the room. Then he carried a tray containing sake to me. After this, he left the room. You seem like you're not used to drinking, but once you're used to it, you'll find it quite tasty. Tonight, why don't we drink and chat the night away? Muttering as if he were talking to himself, Takeo-san poured a clear liquid into a cup. I couldn't believe that a man could possess such beautiful hands. A sigh almost escaped from me at the sight of such smooth hands. And they moved beautifully, almost as if they were flowing. Everything about them held me captivated. It's as if they were for show. Here, drink up. Okay, bottoms up. Ashamed to have found myself admiring his hands, I rushed to take the cup. What happened? You look as if something is missing. Is this not enough for you? No, not at all. I could see my face reflected on the surface of the sake. My cheeks had turned slightly red. My face was further fueled by shame, and to make it all go away, I drank the sake in a single gulp. It tasted pleasant and went down smoothly. However, as it went down my throat, the sake tingled and burned. Oh, it's good stuff to drink, isn't it? But you just started, so you shouldn't overdo it. I guess it's like they say, sake should be savored. But whatever, keep on drinking. Oh, yes. Oh, it's going to spill. I thought what he was saying didn't make much sense. But strange enough, his words did pull me in. Oh, sorry. Cups of sake were poured one after another, and each cup was poured to the brim with sake. This time I took a small sip and placed the cup on the tray. What's wrong? Are you finished already? You may say that you're not a drinker, but you can drink a little more, can't you? Or could it be you're already drunk? From the start it was a little sake here and there, but he's been pouring sake for me the whole time. It would be a lie to say I wasn't drunk. I normally didn't drink sake at all. Despite that, I still drank. That's probably why I'm drunk. My head feels fuzzy, and I'm starting to lose my train of thought. Hey, Misao, are you listening to me? Yes. I'm sorry, I spaced out for a bit. I see. That's not good. Show me your face for a minute. Oh. Takeo-san's face came straight in front of my eyes. His fierce eyes stared intently at my face. Your complexion doesn't seem bad. But you do appear to be drunk. Your eyes are glazed over and dim. How awful. Are you drunk on sake, or are you drunk on me? You must clarify. It doesn't seem like you've drunk that much sake. Well, just what are you drunk on then? Takeo-san's beautiful face came right before my eyes. I'm drunk on... Takeo-san. I think that I'm drunk on Takeo-san. I said something that would normally never be uttered from my mouth. But perhaps being in this place has made me speak honestly. I felt a mysterious energy here, one that makes me say embarrassing things. I see. I'm surprised that you could speak so honestly. Takeo's words were embarrassing. The embarrassment made my body recoil into itself. Oh, and also, Misao, you can just call me Takao, since you're the client. But you're older than me. Do you really think something like that matters here? But I thought that it might be important anyway. In a relationship between a man and woman, status and age differences don't matter. Love be love, and enjoy, that's all. He said that and gave a broad grin. It seemed like he really likes being here. Like a child who offers fun games and honestly enjoys himself. It made me believe he was a very straightforward and beautiful person at his core. Got it, Misao? Yes. Takeo? What, Misao? My heart throbbed deeply when I saw his pleasant smile, one that I had never seen before. You're funny. Your face is bright red from just calling my name. As Takeo laughed at me, my cheeks became hot all over. I felt strange. My heart started to act strangely, not because of the alcohol, but because Takeo was here. I can't stay here. I have to get going. I urged my body to move and pulled away from Takeo. Then my body shook intensely. Well, you're pretty drunk. Then I noticed that I had been caught in Takeo's arms. I'm sorry. If you're going to apologize, you should stay for the night. But I haven't said anything to my mother. Your mother? Huh. How could you think of such a thing coming to the red light district? But she's probably worried about me. If she worries about you, it's all the same. Whether you want her back home or go back home refreshed the next morning. Alright, come here, Misao. For tonight, you're mine. Without giving me any time to escape, Takao carried me under his arm. Hey! What are you doing? Put me down! I'm just gently carrying a cute woman who is drunk and can't walk straight. If you don't calm down, I'll drop you and you'll hurt yourself. Carrying me? To the mattress? Nervous and at a loss for words, I totally gave in. Takao plonked me on top of the mattress, and then he laid himself down next to me. Well, what to do? He grabbed my hairs and used his fingertips to fiddle with it, waiting for me to say something. His expression and hand movements were inviting. Of course this caused a stir in my heart, but it was difficult to give any answer. And just how long do you plan on sitting there being all nervous? I see, just as I thought. You're a virgin, aren't you? On top of that, you haven't even done it to yourself. How can you say something like that? Women coming to the red light district for the first time are virgins, and those coming often are experienced. And for that reason, they want the real thing. That's the way it is, but your ears are already bright red, aren't they? Your explanation is a little too graphic. Anyone would be embarrassed. Oh, really? I think that everyone likes talking about this stuff. I think that you should learn a little about this and that. That means I'll be the one to initiate you from now on. How about it? Is your heart ready? So suddenly? Ah, I see. So you mean it's better to take things slow? Hey, this is really embarrassing. The embarrassment was too much to handle, so I covered my face. Then, contrary to his aggressive tone, Takao gently stroked my head. Don't be scared. You have nothing to be afraid of. I'll only do what you want me to do. Takao. His hand worked so gently, softly and gently, calming my heart. The palm of his hand was very comfortable. Tonight, let's enjoy our time together as we share a bed. There was a sense of amazement in his tone, but his expression was soft. What a mysterious person. That thought came into my head once again. Saving? Alright, and that's it for today's episode. I hope to see you in my future videos, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.